Don't want to miss a Shield Garage video? Make sure to subscribe and ring the bell. So last night I went to the 2024 Night of Destruction at the Jackson County Fair in Maquoketa, Iowa. I was with my friends and it was a fun night, actually. It was pretty entertaining. I have some footage right here that you're watching right now as I keep talking, but the trailer races ended on a very sour note. Here is the clip of what happened. After this happened, I mean, everybody in the stands just stood up on their feet. They couldn't believe it. And I couldn't believe it. That's why I couldn't hold the I almost held the camera straight, but I couldn't, believe it. Thankfully, he didn't run anybody over. But it gets crazier. So, obviously, he went through the camper and he got knocked on, or he supposedly, I guess, we thought maybe his throttle hung wide open. Of course, later, at first, my first thought was the throttle hung wide open and maybe he just didn't have any steering. So he went through the fencing, which, let me just say that the fencing is hardly anything over in that section of the racetrack that he ended up flying out of. So basically, this same wreck could have happened with a late model just as easy. And I didn't get this on video, but after you thought it was all done, after he flew outside the racetrack, you see the fire department just drive across the track, go through the same hole that he went through. Some of the other racers literally parked their trucks over by the fence and climbed out and ran after him. So I saw him disappear behind the beer garden. I had no idea where he was at, and you could still hear the motor running wide open. Then all of a sudden, he's on the actual highway, and then he sideswipes a house and comes to a stop. That was the finishing blow. That is the worst thing I've ever seen at a racetrack, period. I've never seen it go through. I mean, I've seen it go through a wall. I mean, hell, just last year, I saw a car fly outside of my own home track. I don't know what it is with me and catching these on camera, but they tend to go through walls a lot whenever I'm filming, so maybe I need to keep doing it. But as soon as I stop my camera, I hear everybody reacting to it, and then I hear the announcer saying, "He's on the highway, he just hit a house." And I saw the house damage, or I saw the truck go through the motorhome or whatever it was, and I was like, did I really just see that? It was unbelievable. The fire department ran all the way across the road, and, I mean, we sat under the red for a little bit. Everybody was concerned, and obviously they made the right call. They ended the night right there and then. They said, "It's over. Thank you all for coming," which was fine because it was the finale anyways. But they told us to keep an eye on the news the next morning to know their condition. And after that night, I walked out there, and I didn't record much. I took one photo, though, because it looked like a crime scene. It didn't feel right to record anything. It just didn't feel right at all. I saw the tracks, and I guess after the truck went through the wall, it must have somehow turned and hit the steep ditch, which got it to turn almost 90 degrees to get onto the highway and run through the houses. Our local news station had a little news article about it. I'll play it right now.
Also new this morning, a failed stunt at the Jackson County Fair led to one person being airlifted to Iowa City. According to Iowa State Patrol, patrol, the driver was supposed to jump through a camper, but instead they hit the camper, lost consciousness, and the car continued across the highway until it came to a stop after hitting a shed. The driver was removed and airlifted to the University of Iowa Hospital. No word yet on their condition. An investigation.
So, okay, they didn't get all the information correct, but news articles never do, so I mean, at least they were on the right track, though. So I guess apparently he was knocked unconscious, which explains why he made no attempt to steer the truck after the throttle was supposedly hung wide open. I'm gonna guess his foot was still on the gas after he was knocked unconscious. I mean, obviously he wasn't touching the steering wheel, so that's why that truck picked up speed and ran through that wall. And just as I was wrapping up this video, my friend found an article, or not an article, I guess a post from the guy's father. Thankfully, he is still alive. However, he's facing a lot of facial fractures. This is a very interesting video I made, but I guess this is kind of like my 2024 Night of Destruction vlog.